Hello there, Slamscape here. Today, we're diving into a game changer for small ship mining enthusiasts, the all-new Cobra Mk5. For a long time, the Cobra Mk4 reigned as the king of small ship mining, but was not available to most players. Runners-up are the Dolphin, a solid choice for laser mining, and the Cobra Mk3 for core mining. With the introduction of the Cobra Mk5, those old tier lists are basically obsolete. This ship isn't just a jack of all trades. It can be outfitted for both laser and core mining at the same time and has the ability to haul over 80 tons of ore, more than any other small ship in the game. The Cobra Mk5 is a fast maneuverable ship and can do a lot with only a little bit of engineering. Plus, with the ability to buy it with arcs, it makes for a perfect entry-level miner for those looking to dip their toes into the mining game. It'll never carry as much as some of the medium and large mining ships, but it's perfect for shorter mining sessions. Let's take a look at some builds and talk about why the Cobra Mk5 is an amazing mining ship. The first build I want to look at is an unengineered Cobra Mk5. This will be a great starter for those that have purchased the Cobra Mk5 for arcs. I will include a starter laser mining build that totals around 3.7 million and a full unengineered loadout in the description. Let's take a quick look at the full unengineered loadout. I wanted a loadout that reflected the advantages of the Cobra's multiple hardpoints, speed, and cargo capacity. This loadout contains all the equipment needed for both laser and core mining. A 2B seismic launcher for core mining, a 2B subsurface extraction missile for extracting ore beneath the surface, a 1D abrasion blaster for surface deposits, and a 2D and 1D mining laser for laser mining, obviously. Choose your equipment based on what type of mining you want to do, although I wouldn't recommend going beyond one medium and one small mining laser, as the 4A power distributor won't be able to handle more mining lasers. For utility mounts, the pulse wave analyzer is useful mostly for core mining, although it can help find asteroids with subsurface and surface deposits if necessary. The core internals are pretty straightforward. For armor, I stick with lightweight. I don't intend to get into trouble, so armor isn't necessary. However, for extra protection, you can run with military grade composite as it won't affect your speed that much. A 4A power plant is needed to run all the mining equipment, refinery, and limpet controllers. Next, 4A thrusters for maximum speed to get us between asteroids quickly and also help us escape from pirates if needed. A 4A FSD SEO version to help you get to those rings quickly and to haul your ore between systems when you want to sell it off. 3D life support, 4A power distributor for efficient mining, and 3D sensors. For the optional internals, I put cargo racks in the 5 and 4 slots. This gives us 80 tons of cargo space. Next, a 3C biweave shield generator to provide you some basic protection. I personally replaced the shield with another 8-ton cargo rack, but newer miners might want to keep the shield. A 3A refinery in the next slot gives us 8 bins to sort different ores and lets you potentially carry another 8 ores after your cargo is filled up. I use a 3C mining multi-limpet controller. This allows us to have 4 collector limpets out at once, which is only available with the 7 series collector limpets. This is a great addition for our small ship, giving us plenty of limpets to collect ores. Next, I include a 1A prospector limpet. You do have access to prospector limpets using the multi-limpet controller, but it runs into an issue where if you deploy 4 collectors, you can't deploy a prospector until a collector limpet expires, or you shut off the limpet controller entirely. So, to avoid this issue, I always carry a separate prospector limpet controller. Finally, I throw in a detailed surface scanner, which is used to identify ore hotspots at rings. If you have any questions, wonder why I picked a certain choice over another, or have suggestions for the build, please feel free to comment. Now that we've looked at an unengineered build, let's take a look at my engineered version. A quick note, the only engineering I consider absolutely necessary for this build is for the power distributor. Having charge enhance and super conduits allows us to fire our mining lasers continuously for about the time it takes to completely mine an asteroid. Thrusters and the frameshift drive also benefit from engineering. Anything else is just extra and not necessary. Most of the build is similar to the unengineered version, so I will go over most of the loadout quickly. The one main change is in the hardpoints. With an engineered power distributor, it lets us use some more powerful mining lasers to increase our mining speed, while still giving us the ability to core and laser mine without rearming. The full loadout includes a 2B seismic charge launcher for core mining, 2 2D mining lasers for laser mining, a 1D abrasion blaster for surface ore, and a 1B subsurface displacement missile for subsurface mining. For utility, the C or A rated pulse wave analyzer is useful to search for core rocks. I also threw in some point defense for help against the occasional pirate hatchbreaker limpets. Core internals are basically the same as the unengineered version. Lightweight alloy with heavy duty engineering and the deplating experimental. 4A power plant with 1 grade of armored for a little extra power and improved heat efficiency with the thermal spread experimental. 4A thrusters with dirty tuning and drag drives to give the Cobra 430 cruising speed and 630 plus boost. Next, a 4A FSD SCO version with increased range and mass manager. 3D life support with the engineering of your choosing or just leave it empty. 4A power distributor with charge enhance and super conduits. This allows us to use both our medium mining lasers for 40 seconds before we need to ease off. Finally, 3D sensors with 3 grades of long range, which gives a good mix of weight and scan range. The optional internals are just about identical to the unengineered version as well. I use a 5E cargo rack, 3 4E cargo racks, and 1 3E cargo rack, giving us 88 tons of storage. Next, a 3A refinery for 8 sorting bins, a 3C mining multi-limpet controller for up to 4 collector limpets, a 1A prospector limpet, and a detailed surface scanner in the last slot. Both loadouts give us all we need to mine 80 to 88 tons of ore, either through laser mining, core mining, or a combination of both, while still having good speed and survivability. The engineered version gives us a better speed with laser mining, but both are viable. Alright, let's give a quick run through of the build just to see how it works. So right now I'm going to be looking for tritium. Normally I would look for a pristine ring, but this was in a power play system, so I kind of had to deal with what was there. So I'm setting out a prospector. Let's see if we have a good tritium spot. Alright, it's about 25% tritium, which isn't the best, but for this area it was not bad. We also see that there's subsurface deposits, so we'll be able to use our subsurface displacement missile to get those out if there are any tritium that we want. I'm just going to wait for this scan. So since I have nothing in my hold right now, they'll leave me alone. Alright, so let's see, we're already 50% of the way through. So it goes pretty quick with 2 medium mining lasers. This is obviously the engineered version. And just like that, it's done, and just about as the distributor ran out. And you'll see with the 4 collector limpets, we're getting it pretty quickly. Oh, and I got scanned by another pirate, so I dropped the cargo so they would leave me alone. Well, I think my limpet will just pick it back up. Alright, so here's another mine. We're going to check this, another asteroid we're going to check out, see what it has. It's about 14% tritium, so it'll, not the best yield, but we'll see how quickly we can get through it. Alright, so I'm trying to find the center so that the rotation is not as big of a deal. I'm still not good at it either, but at least it's a slower spot. So the less movement on the asteroid, the more of a straight line the ore pieces will come out, and it'll be easier for your limpets to collect them. So it's a little bit of a rotation, but it's slow, so it should be not too bad. If you get it really going well, you'll basically have the 4 collector limpets picking stuff up and dropping it off like within a few seconds, so it goes pretty quick. And we're already at 20% on the asteroid. So yeah, 2 mediums works pretty well. Alright, let's deplete it. Now we just wait for our limpets to pick everything else up. But you get the idea. So let's go, we're going to go fast forward, we'll go check out a core mine and see how that works. Alright, so now we're flying through, we're testing our pulse wave scanner out to look for core asteroids. And that one looks pretty bright. That is a potential candidate. Normally it would be, I think, like a yellowish color, but I'm using the EHM-UI mod to make the pulse wave blue. So it requires a little bit different, you know, getting used to it. But alright, so we got Alexandrite on this one. Also looks like it's got some subsurface deposits. I should have gotten those first, but yeah. But core mining, it's fun. I enjoy it. Alright, so we have some tritium deposits. I'm probably just going to grab a few of those, or attempt to grab a few, before we have to, you know, we have like 90 seconds right now to get it, so. Ideally what I'd want to do is get all the tritium subsurface deposits first, then check all the surface deposits, then blow the asteroid up, but I made a mistake. But you can see the versatility of your build. We're able to basically do any type of mining we need. And we have enough power and, you know, enough power and cargo capacity to pull it off. At least for a short time. Alright, so now we're running low on time. So let's get the rest of this core set up to blow. Alright, so now it's the optimum yield, so we're going to manually detonate it. And watch the nice icy explosion. So satisfying. Alright, so now we let our limpets go to work, and we work on getting these surface deposits with our abrasion blaster. It's a little hard to see, but there we go. So yeah, the Cobra is very maneuverable, and it's small, so it gives us, you know, plenty of leeway to fly through the middle of these chunks. where some of the large ships, you know, kind of have to wait for the pieces to spread out more before they can get into the center. So we still have 2 more surface deposits to knock out. And yeah, while we've been doing that, all of our collector limpets have been picking everything else up. So. And that's a wrap on the Cobra Mk5 mining build guide. Whether you're just starting out or you're looking to upgrade your mining operations, the Cobra Mk5 offers fantastic versatility and value, especially for those wanting to combine laser and core mining into one powerful package. With the ability to outfit it for both playstyles and the impressive cargo capacity in a small package, it's no wonder the ship has quickly become a favorite. If you found this guide helpful or have thoughts on the builds, feel free to drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your suggestions or tweaks. Feel free to leave a like or subscribe. It helps my channel grow. Thank you for watching.